Alright guys, so I have a pretty long commute back home. I'm just getting off of work right now, so I'm able to get some free time. I commute about 90 miles to work. I only work in office a few days a week. Majority of the time I'm at home, but for the most part, wanted to take a second to just kind of chat for the most part. I'm finally at a point where I'm able to make some transitions from a different channel over to this channel, and kind of keep things streamlined, for lack of better words. I was kind of at a point where I was getting into vlogs, but because I draw often, I was finding myself like talking about art in my vlogs, because obviously I'm an artist, and so I would talk about art, but the audience or the subscribers that I had on that channel just didn't necessarily like understand why I was talking about art. Like, they're not artists, they are from the coaching / business world, and so it just didn't really make sense. And then it also didn't make sense to just like vlog but like keep out the art stuff, because I draw a lot. And so I was kind of like, you know what, let's just put it all on one page, keep everything together, and just kind of keep things moving. I want things to stay organized and streamlined. One thing I was kind of hesitant about is maybe over vlogging and making this become a vlog page and not an art page. Like, I don't want to overdo it on either side. I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to get to know you guys in the comments and on social media and different things. But I also want the main thing to be the main thing at the same time. Like, I want you guys to be here because we all have art in common, and we all love art, and we all appreciate art. So some videos, like the one I posted before this one, I went to the mall, I kind of, I ate some food, but I talked about art. Like, then you saw me draw, I was still doing art. So I want every video to have some form of art within it. I just don't want this to become just a vlog channel. So that's kind of my expectation so far. Obviously, I'm literally just kind of thinking about all this stuff today, as far as like making a decision and then trying to figure out where I want it to go, and all the ins and outs. But I want to take you guys along with me through that journey, because I don't want to just be doing stuff and then leave you guys behind, because I'm just trying to do everything myself. As far as art tutorials and tips, I'll still be doing videos like that, mindset videos, talking about art in the sense of just like helping beginner artists or intermediate artists, or even like whoever I can help that's an artist. I'm not a professional by any means, but I love to coach naturally. Like, one of my favorite things to do is to teach, and so I think with that I'll just kind of start to teach naturally here on the channel. I already have a few videos lined up where I'm teaching and all this stuff. I also want to take you guys with me when I'm doing my art and like creating the art itself, like kind of like how you guys saw me earlier in this video, finishing up that last piece and allowing you guys to actually be parts of the art that I'm actually creating in my vlogs. I don't really like the thought of creating, putting it out, and being like, hey guys, go look. I want you guys to be on the journey with me throughout all of this stuff. And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am still figuring out a lot of stuff. Like I said, I don't really have many examples to use. Like, there's not many other vloggers slash artists. Not sure why. Maybe because like artists are typically more like introverted, and so I guess maybe that's why you don't see many artists doing vlogs as well. It's just like kind of talking to a camera like this can be weird for people that, you know, aren't extroverted personalities. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna show you guys my life, let you guys in on what I'm doing, let you guys in on art pieces, behind the scenes stuff. Normally I would think to save all of this for my like Patreon, or like do stuff like this for Patreon, or more of like a subscriber based community, but I don't know, I just don't really care that much. I'd rather just bring you guys with me, and if I do anything for Patreon, maybe it'll be a little bit more like high level tips and coaching for like actual digital artists, and then maybe I'll do some stuff like if I go somewhere cool, maybe I'll do I don't know. I have no. I'm looking. I'm just kind of making all this stuff up as I'm going. But for now, expect to see a lot of vlogs, a lot of just content from me here on YouTube, long form content. And then as far as everything else goes, everything else falls in place. I spent some time. You know, actually, what would have been one thing that would have actually been a really cool video would have been when I opened up my artsy shop the other day. Not artsy shop, my Etsy shop the other day. Like, it was really cool putting that together and watching it like come into, not to say fruition, but into fruition. Like, I've been wanting to sell prints for a while now. I just like never slowed myself down to learn how to do it, and for some reason, for whatever reason, on Monday night I was like, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out, and I watched a few tutorials on TikTok and on YouTube, and I figured out how to do it. I have 3 pieces put up on my Etsy shop right now, which the link is in the bio. If you're interested in, you know, purchasing prints, go for it. I'd love for you to support. I'm also in the process right now of learning how to create and sell and utilize NFTs as well, because I want to start creating limited edition art. And I kind of talked about it in my last video, but that was before I got this NFT book. I really want to get into limited edition art where over time it actually increases in value. And I was going to do that with physical copies, but I couldn't really wrap my brain around like selling a piece of art, someone getting it, and then like them just, I don't know, doing nothing with it. Like, the bad thing about selling limited edition physical art is that if I sold someone a piece of art and they bought it for, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a number out there, for $100, let's say $100, $500, $1,000, I don't really know, whatever. They bought it. Well, it automatically depreciates because, one, I'm not like famous. I'm not Pablo Picasso. You know what I mean? Like, like if I sell something for $100, like, and like if they tried to resell it, or they simply they lost their job and they needed to do a garage sale and sell all the crap, like my limited edition art would go on sale for $3 to some random person in a random neighborhood not knowing who I am. You know what I mean? Where with NFTs, because it's a non-fungible item, that one thing only appreciates with time and with each sale. And so I just kind of found that that made more sense when it came to like my limited edition stuff. And if you want to, if you purchased a limited edition item and you wanted to print it, like obviously you can print it because you'll have the downloadable file. You can print it, hang it on your wall, do whatever you want to with it. But I think I've pretty much decided that that's the kind of route I want to go with it. Is just take that route of the NFT side, and then if anyone else just wants to buy my art, they can just kind of go to my Etsy shop or whatever, and it'll just ship straight to them if they just want it without my signature or without anything like that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm liking this vlog thing. I like being able to take you guys with me, and I like being able to talk to you guys about my ideas, because eventually, like maybe down the road, once we hit 10K subs, 50 subs, 50K subs, 100,000 subs, a million subs, like I definitely want to set up milestones and events and different things that we can maybe do together along this journey. Whether that's create a book, whether that's create like an art book. I'm not about to write no book. Like create an art book, or maybe do a like a festival. Like maybe I'll set up at a festival, allow you like to tell you guys about it. Y'all can come, y'all can do whatever y'all want, whatever. Like I've been thinking about putting my art in festivals and just vlogging that whole experience. I live in Dallas, so there's always stuff going on. I'm literally in downtown Dallas right now, just driving in this hell of a traffic. It's like 4:30 right now on a Thursday, and so everyone's trying to rush home before 5 o'clock traffic, which is a whole different animal. But yeah, I'm excited. Just passed by the Dallas Museum of Art. I went there like one time, about 4-ish years ago, with my wife and my kids. Terrible idea to go with your wife, not with your wife. Terrible idea to go with your children. At the time, I think we had three kids. Pretty sure we had 3 kids at the time, and we had like a little, we had this little stroller that's kind of like a wagon, and we were like strolling kids through a museum. Terrible idea. I want to go back, but I want to go back like with my kids at a babysitter, or at least I just want to wait until they get older to go. But I'd love to go back with my wife again. Like that, it was a lot of cool stuff, but we didn't really get to appreciate it because we were too busy watching kids. Good morning, guys. going on. It is currently 7:30 in the morning, and I just woke up not so long ago. Honestly, I'm a little tired. I slept pretty good. Slept hard. Feels like um, typically my schedule is a little weird, but 3 days out of the week I will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I commute. Where the other days I typically wake up around 7, anywhere between 7 to 8 o'clock, um, and then sometimes I'll obviously have work, and then other times, it's just a normal day in life, like the weekend. But whew, I when I got home yesterday, I for the most part just let myself relax. I didn't really do much. Honestly, I didn't draw or anything. I need to go back in and edit the end of that piece I did yesterday. I like the way it turned out. However, when I flipped the canvas, and if you're a digital artist, you know what I'm talking about. When you flip the canvas, um, you see the picture completely different. And so I flipped the canvas, and now I'm like, I need to make some edits. So today, at some point, I'll show you guys the edits I'm gonna make. But I'm definitely gonna go in. I need to merge all the layers together, and I need to change some things around because right now it's not how I would like it to be. It's a little wonky in my opinion. When I flipped it, it's not that it's bad. It's just like you know what I'm saying. I just need to liquefy some things, and so I'm gonna do that. But also, when I got home last night, I was gonna come in the garage. I was gonna draw it. I was just stuff. We had some weird weather, and so I ended up not. Um, but I found a huge frog in our garage. I live in the country, so we always have like just the craziest bugs or insects and crap like that. Um, but like, let me show you. So apparently, there's a frog right there. You see that? Right there. Barely see it, but it's there. Trust me. When I got home yesterday, it was actually not right there. It was actually over here. Kind of between this and these box jumps. It was like right in here. I found it. Just kind of. I was gonna come out here and draw, and I just kind of I walked out like well right here to walk out of my garage last night, and I turned back and boom, it was right there. Uh, so I guess overnight it somehow like made its way around behind the mirror and over there by the speaker. Probably should clean this up a little bit. It's looking a little dusty, but this is where the magic happens. Get my workouts in and stuff like that. We just added a TV in here the other day. I probably should move it out of the way, but uh, I usually sit here and I'll draw and watch some, I don't know, Sam does art or a podcast or just something else while I draw. But yeah, I was thinking that kind of go back to the frog. I thought that the frog would go outside this morning, and when I opened the garage, or just I don't even know how it got in here, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh dang! So I was just telling you guys about that frog or whatever. Um, I went inside. So long story short, after I did that part of the video, I went inside to do a meeting um, because they were mowing grass outside and it was just getting way too loud. And so now that I'm back out here, the frog is gone. I don't know where it went though, and I'm trying to find it because I'd hate for it to be like somewhere in like reach of the kids or like I thought they would just stay there for a while. Typically, frogs they just kind of sit in one spot for long periods of time. I'm also hoping that it's not like I don't know. I'm like looking for it, trying to find it. Okay, guys. So my day is absolutely not going as planned, um, which is fine. Whatever. However, I did finish my art piece that I was working on. Also changed my background, which is pretty cool. But if you all have, you want to get some wallpapers, go follow me on Patreon. You can get some wallpapers like this one. But anyway, let me log in really quick. I want to show you guys the finished product of the art piece that I did yesterday. I went in, liquefied a few things, changed some things around. Let me see if I can get it to lock. And here is the final picture. You still can't really see it that well. You have to just go on my Instagram and look at it. But I went in, liquefied the face, made a few things darker. Um, so to change it just a little bit, kind of give it more of a, just like a better feel. When I flipped it over yesterday, it looked a little wonky. So went in, did some magic, and now I think she's done. So probably today or tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start my next piece. But I'm excited about this one. I haven't really given it a name yet. I don't really know what I'm going to call it. This is probably, I think this might be the first one I've done that shows. I mean, I guess it's not knee high, but it's pretty much knee high because, I mean, obviously she's sitting on something. But this is the first one I've done since switching over to the cyberpunk style of art where it's been a knee high piece of work, and I'm actually really excited about it. I'm trying to do more like this, where it's, it's more of a story. There's a background. There's things going on. Like obviously, you can see that she's plugged up to this machine thing with all these wires. She's in like a warehouse style of building, um, and it seems like she just got this new gear attached to her. And so I'm gonna do some more of these. I think I want to also do some more where there is less robotic parts. So like maybe instead of doing like a whole suit like this, maybe just an arm is like this and the rest of her body is normal. Kind of like something that you do in like cyberpunk or something like that. So I'll start working on that soon as well.